Welcome to Listen and Learn English. This is more than a story. It is a journey of ideas and language. You will hear simple English and meaningful lessons. The story explores ambition, leadership, and personal growth. These themes help you learn vocabulary and understanding. Learning English is like building a bridge. Each word is a plank. Each sentence is a step. The bridge connects you to new opportunities. Do not worry about perfection. Learning takes time. Small progress matters. Listen carefully. Think about the meaning. English is not only grammar, it is communication and understanding. The story of a businessman who became a leader teaches lessons about life. Success requires effort. Responsibility shapes character. Growth comes from experience. You will practice listening and comprehension. You will absorb ideas in simple language. This helps fluency and confidence. The journey of learning continues every day. Keep listening. Keep learning. You are capable of improvement. Imagine a young businessman with dreams so big they felt like seeds waiting for rain. He worked small jobs, dreamed larger, and believed one day the world would notice. But life rarely gives greatness easily. It demands patience, risk, and courage. This story is about a man who started as a businessman and became a world leader. Ordinary beginnings can create extraordinary outcomes. You might feel far from your dreams, but so did he. Listen carefully. The journey of transformation begins with one small step. Your story could be next. Every great life starts with doubt. The difference is choosing to move forward. He moved forward. You can too. This is not about becoming someone else. It is about discovering who you already are. Potential waits like a silent promise. It becomes real when you act. The unbelievable journey begins here. Are you ready to believe? One question remains. What if this is your moment? Not tomorrow, now. The world changes for those who step forward. You are capable. You are enough. Begin. Today. Believe. Origins. A world before power. In a small house far from the world of power, a young boy dreamed. He imagined cities, businesses, and ideas that could change lives. But dreams alone do not feed a family. He watched his parents work hard, sometimes struggling to pay bills. Life taught him that ambition without effort is like a tree without roots. It cannot grow. He studied, not because it was easy, but because knowledge was a doorway. Every lesson was a step. Every challenge was a teacher. He wanted more from life, yet he understood that more required discipline. Big dreams met difficult reality. Friends played while he worked. Some laughed at his ambition. They said the world was too big, too unfair, too impossible to change. He listened but did not surrender. He believed that effort could shape destiny. This is the lesson of early life. Dreams matter, but action matters more. The boy became a young man. He learned to speak, to negotiate, to understand human nature. Business fascinated him. It was a world of risk and reward. Some ideas succeeded, others failed. Failure hurt, but it also taught wisdom. He realized that success is not a straight path. It is a journey with turns and lessons. Big dreams do not disappear when life is hard. They simply wait. Like seeds beneath the soil, they grow when conditions are right. The young man looked at the world and saw opportunity. He wanted to build, to create, to leave a mark. But first, he had to learn. He had to grow. He had to face reality. Dreams and difficulty coexist. One gives purpose, the other gives strength. This is where the story begins. Business beginnings. First steps. In the beginning, he had little money and many ideas. Business is like planting seeds. Some seeds grow, some do not. He tried small projects. A simple idea could become something bigger. He learned that risk is part of life. Without risk, nothing changes. Imagine buying a small product and selling it for a small profit. It seems simple, but it teaches confidence. He experienced both success and failure. Success felt good, failure felt painful, but both were teachers. Success showed what worked, failure showed what must change. Many people fear failure. They stop before trying. He chose to try. He understood that action matters more than perfection. Business is not about being perfect. It is about learning and improving. Each step builds experience. Each lesson builds strength. He spoke with people, listened to their needs, and tried to solve problems. A business exists to help others. When people benefit, the business grows. This idea changed his thinking. Money was important, but value was greater. If you help people, opportunities appear. Small successes gave motivation. Small failures gave wisdom. He adjusted his plans. He tried again. Persistence is powerful. It separates those who give up from those who succeed. Life rarely rewards immediate victory. It rewards consistent effort. Think of a runner in a long race. The fastest start does not guarantee victory. The steady runner reaches the finish line. Business is similar. He kept moving forward. Some days were difficult. Some days were encouraging. He learned to balance hope and realism. Hope gives energy. Realism gives direction. Together, they create progress. The first steps were not perfect. They did not need to be. They were steps. And every journey begins with a step. Success and failure walked beside him. He learned from both. He grew stronger. Business became a school of life. The lessons would shape his future. Rise of the tycoon, wealth and influence. The world often sees success but not the effort behind it. A businessman grows from small ideas to large opportunities. Wealth arrives, but it does not arrive easily. He built companies, negotiated deals, and took calculated risks. Some decisions worked, others failed, but he kept learning. This is the difference between appearance and reality. Public image can be bright. Private struggle is often unseen. People admired the success. They also criticized the choices. That is life. Not everyone will agree with your path. What matters is staying focused. Discipline shapes results. Without discipline, opportunity disappears. Imagine a building. The foundation is invisible, but it supports everything. Hard work is like that foundation. It does not always receive applause, but it creates strength. The tycoon understood this. He made decisions. Some were bold, some were controversial. Business is a world of choices. Every choice has consequences. Wealth brought influence. Influence brought responsibility. He learned that money alone is not the goal. Value and impact matter more. If a business helps people, it grows. If it only seeks profit, it may fail. This lesson shaped his thinking. The public saw luxury and success. They did not always see the late nights, the difficult negotiations, or the pressure of responsibility. Success is not a single moment. It is a process. A tree does not grow overnight. It grows slowly, with roots and branches. Wealth works the same way. It requires patience and effort. The tycoon became known for ambition. Some admired it, others questioned it. But ambition is not a crime. It is a driving force. Without ambition, progress stops. The world changes because people dream and act. The rise of a businessman can inspire or provoke debate. That is normal. Growth challenges old ideas. It creates new possibilities. The private struggle shaped his character. The public success shaped his reputation. Both were part of the journey. Life teaches that perception and reality are different. What matters is the truth of effort and learning. He became a figure of influence. Yet influence carries responsibility. Decisions affect others. Leadership requires wisdom. The rise of a tycoon is not only about money, it is about choices and consequences. Political ambition, a new direction. A successful businessman sometimes asks a difficult question: what is next? Wealth and influence can build companies, but public service claims to build nations. He decided to step into politics. This was not an easy choice. Business thinking values efficiency and clear results. Politics involves disagreement and compromise. In business, decisions are measured by profit and growth. In politics, decisions affect communities and future generations. The two worlds are different. One rewards calculation, the other rewards leadership and vision. Why would someone leave business for politics? The answer lies in purpose. Some people want to shape society, not only markets. They believe ideas can change lives. Politics offers that opportunity, but it also brings risk. Public opinion can be strong. Support and criticism come together. Identity changes. A businessman becomes a public figure. Every word and decision is examined. This is the contrast between business logic and political reality. Business seeks agreement with customers and partners. Politics often faces opposition. Not everyone agrees. Debate is constant. The entrepreneur understood this. He weighed the risks. Leadership requires courage. It also requires responsibility. If you choose to lead, you must accept scrutiny. Decisions are not only personal, they affect others. Public service is a different kind of work. It demands patience and resilience. The shift from business to politics was a new direction. It represented a desire to influence broader change. Success in business does not guarantee success in politics. The skills are different. Communication, negotiation, and understanding public concerns become essential. Political life is complex. It involves competing ideas and perspectives. There are no simple solutions. This complexity contrasts with business efficiency. Yet both require vision. A business builds value. Politics seeks societal progress. The entrepreneur's ambition changed. He wanted to attempt something greater. Risk accompanied the decision. Identity evolved. The journey continued in a new form. Politics is not the same as business, but leadership in any field requires commitment. The choice to enter public service reflected belief in possibility. Change is difficult. It demands effort. The new direction opened opportunities and challenges. Political ambition shaped the next chapter of the story. Challenges and controversies. Public life is difficult. People watch and judge. Some support, some criticize. This is normal. When a person leads, opinions differ. He faced controversies. Stories appeared in media. Some were true. Some were exaggerated. Public perception does not always match reality. This is the contrast between public criticism and personal conviction. Criticism can hurt. It can also teach. If every opinion matters equally, direction disappears. Leaders must listen, but also decide. He believed in his goals. Not everyone agreed. That is life. Growth often invites disagreement. Imagine walking a path. Some people cheer, others doubt. The path remains yours. Public controversy tests character. Do you surrender to pressure or stay committed? There is no simple answer. Sometimes mistakes occur. Humans are imperfect. What matters is learning and improving. Accountability is important. Responsibility builds trust. If errors happen, they should be acknowledged. Learning follows acknowledgement. This is the lesson of difficulty. Challenges shape wisdom. Without them, growth is limited. The entrepreneur turned politician faced strong opinions. Some admired his determination, others opposed his methods. Both perspectives existed. Understanding nuance is important. Life is rarely black and white. Gray areas require thinking. Political decisions affect many people. They are complex. Solutions require compromise. Business logic prefers clear results. Politics involves negotiation. This difference created tension. Public criticism tested personal conviction. He continued because he believed in purpose. Leadership is not easy. It demands resilience. When storms arrive, a tree with strong roots remains standing. Roots represent values and belief. Without them, the tree falls. Challenges revealed those roots. Controversies forced reflection. Was the direction correct? Were decisions wise? These questions matter. Honest reflection leads to improvement. Growth comes from difficulty. The world learns from imperfect journeys. No leader is flawless. No path is free of obstacles. The important lesson is persistence and learning. Public opinion may change. Truth and purpose remain. The contrast between criticism and conviction shaped the story. It showed that leadership requires courage. Not everyone will agree. That is acceptable. Progress often begins with disagreement. The challenges became part of the journey. They shaped understanding and strength. Life teaches through difficulty. The story continued. The election. A nation decides. An election is a moment when people choose leadership. Citizens vote. Ideas compete. Supporters believe in change. Opponents question plans. This is democracy. It allows voices to be heard. The contrast between support and opposition shapes decisions. No idea satisfies everyone. That is normal. Different perspectives exist. Healthy debate helps society grow. The campaign became a contest of ideas. Candidates explained their visions. Some focused on economy. Others emphasized social programs. Voters listened and decided. Responsibility rests with the people. Their choices determine leadership. This is power and responsibility together. Democracy is not perfect. It requires participation. If people do not vote, decisions still happen, but their voice is missing. Participation matters. The election created strong emotions. Supporters celebrated hope. Critics expressed concern. Both feelings are human. Change can inspire or frighten. The important lesson is respect. Opinions differ, but humanity remains. Debate should be constructive. Personal attacks solve nothing. Ideas should be discussed. This is how societies progress. The campaign highlighted political vocabulary. Words like policy, governance, and election became familiar. These terms describe civic life. Learning them improves understanding. English learners gain knowledge and language together. Political processes are complex. Simple explanations help. An election is like a choice. When you choose, you consider options. You think about consequences. Society does the same. Voters evaluate candidates. They ask questions. What will improve life? Who can lead effectively? These questions guide decisions. Support and opposition both matter. Support encourages progress. Opposition provides accountability. If leaders are never questioned, mistakes may grow. If ideas are never supported, progress stalls. Balance is important. The election results created a new chapter. Leadership would change or continue. Society would move forward. No election ends history. It begins new possibilities. The nation decided. The consequences followed. Some were positive, others required adjustment. Change is part of life. It teaches resilience. The contest of ideas showed democracy in action. People expressed opinions. Decisions were made. Leadership evolved. This is the process of governance. It is not always simple. It requires patience and understanding. The election demonstrated human choice. Individuals shaped collective direction. That responsibility is powerful. It reminds us that society belongs to its people. Support and opposition coexist. They shape improvement. The nation decided. A new chapter began. Leadership, success, and lessons. Leadership is about people. It is about decisions that affect lives. Success and failure both teach lessons. Intentions may be good, but outcomes matter. A leader might want improvement. Results may differ. This is the contrast between intentions and outcomes. Good ideas require execution. Without action, ideas remain dreams. Leadership demands responsibility. Decisions carry consequences. Some are positive, some are difficult. History shows examples. Leaders who achieved progress also faced criticism. Leaders who made mistakes also taught lessons. Human beings are imperfect. Governance reflects that imperfection. Society learns and adapts. This is growth. Leadership is not only about power, it is about service. If decisions help people, leadership succeeds. If decisions harm, lessons must be learned. Accountability matters. When outcomes differ from intentions, reflection is necessary. What worked? What failed? How can improvement happen? These questions guide progress. Governance uses vocabulary of responsibility. Words like accountability, policy, and representation describe civic duties. Learners understand these ideas. Knowledge empowers citizens. Democracy relies on informed participation. Leaders and citizens share responsibility. Support and criticism both contribute. Intentions are important, but results define impact. A leader might desire change. Implementation determines success. This is a lesson in life. Goodwill is valuable. Action is essential. The history of leadership contains examples. Some leaders transformed societies. Others created challenges. Both situations provide understanding. We learn from achievements and mistakes. Judgment should be balanced. Understanding context is important. People make decisions in complex circumstances. Simplistic opinions rarely capture truth. Governance requires compromise. Different groups hold different views. Solutions often require negotiation. This is not weakness, it is reality. Progress emerges from cooperation. Leadership evolves. Society evolves. Lessons guide improvement. Intentions and outcomes shape understanding. A leader's goal may be noble. Results may vary. Reflection helps growth. History teaches patience. Change takes time. Success is rarely instant. Effort and learning are necessary. Leadership is a journey. It involves challenges and rewards. The lessons of governance apply beyond politics. They apply to personal life. Responsibility matters. Decisions matter. Growth matters. The contrast between intentions and outcomes reminds us of humanity. No system is perfect. No individual is flawless. Learning creates progress. Leadership teaches humility. Turning point, reflection, and meaning. The journey changes a person. It begins with dreams and ends with understanding. He once believed success was the goal. Now he understands that growth is the purpose. Ambition taught him to strive. Responsibility taught him to serve. These lessons shaped his identity. The past version of himself sought achievement. The present version values wisdom. This is the contrast between past identity and present wisdom. Leadership revealed truths about human life. Decisions affect others. Choices carry consequences. Good intentions are important, but outcomes matter. He learned that power is not ownership, it is responsibility. If leadership helps people, it has meaning. If it harms, lessons must be learned. Reflection allows growth. Without reflection, mistakes repeat. The journey taught humility. No person is perfect. Everyone learns. Everyone evolves. He once believed strength meant always being right. Now he understands that strength includes acknowledging error. Growth comes from understanding. The past is not a prison. It is a teacher. Ambition remains valuable. Dreams inspire action. But ambition without responsibility is empty. The goal is not personal glory. It is contribution. Society improves when individuals work for collective good. Leadership is service. This lesson changed his perspective. The turning point is meaning. What does life represent? Success, power, or something greater? He realized that meaning comes from impact. Helping others creates purpose. Decisions matter because they shape the world. Even small actions influence outcomes. Reflection connects past and present. He remembers early struggles. He remembers doubts. Those experiences built strength. They also built empathy. Understanding difficulty helps understanding people. Leadership requires compassion. The contrast between past and present is clear. He was once focused on self. Now he considers others. He was once driven by ambition. Now he values responsibility. This transformation defines growth. Life continues. Lessons remain. The journey is not finished. Every day offers opportunity to learn. Reflection guides improvement. The turning point teaches meaning. It teaches that transformation is possible. Lesson for learners. The moral lesson teaches that growth is a journey. Personal improvement requires patience and effort. Big goals do not appear overnight. They grow like seeds in soil. First, there is darkness. Then, there is growth. Finally, there is fruit. Learning English is similar. You may struggle at first. Vocabulary feels difficult. Sentences seem confusing. But practice changes everything. Each word learned is progress. Each lesson builds confidence. Do not compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to yesterday. Are you better today? That is success. The story of leadership teaches the same truth. Great achievements require time. Responsibility and effort shape results. Learning never ends. Growth never stops. If you stagnate, life remains the same. If you learn, life improves. This is the choice. Choose learning. Choose improvement. Your future depends on today. Small steps create big journeys. I believe in you. You are capable. Keep moving forward. The story ends, but your story continues. Growth is your power. Life teaches lessons if we listen. Wisdom comes from experience. Mistakes are teachers. They guide improvement. Do not fear failure. Fear never trying. Success belongs to those who persist. Persistence builds character. Character builds destiny. You are writing your future. Each decision matters. Choose wisely. Choose growth. The journey continues beyond this video. Learn, improve, and become better. The world needs your best effort. Give it. Believe in possibility. Transformation is real. You can change. Start today. The moral is simple. Growth matters.